CTO of VMware EMEA. Joe, how important is the VMware user group for you?
So for us, the user groups are really where people like myself in the office of the CTO get in touch with our customers more than ever before. In my role, I tend to spend most of my time being taken to customers to meet CIOs. So the chance to come to an event like this regularly across the region, and I don't do them just here, with obviously there's the UK, I've just come back from doing 3 in South Africa, and every country in Europe, Middle East and Africa. For me, it's the place where I can get a true feeling for how our products are working and how our customers are using them. And we have great sessions. I've got a Q&A session later where some people are going to come in and ask me the tough questions, I suppose. It's quite fun.
Okay. One of the strategy is one cloud, any app, any device. What's so important for the users?
Well, so I mean, it's a very simple thing. As you say, it's one cloud, any application, any device, and that really stretches across right from the data center through the hybrid cloud up to our end user computing story. And really what you're looking at there is the fact that users shouldn't have to make fixed choices for hardware, fixed choices for what they do wherever they are. They should be able to run their applications of their choosing on any cloud, whether it's in their data center or in a partner data center or our public cloud, and equally be able to deliver them to any device, and importantly deliver them to any device securely, because ultimately really all you're in IT for is to deliver applications and data to users. That's what users want. So we're really bringing the technology to the IT department where infrastructure becomes simple and it puts the focus back on delivering applications and data to users anywhere securely.
Okay. Do you see adoption of the software-defined data strategy?
Well, so the software-defined data center was something that we at VMware are very proud of having defined, I suppose, or come up with the term a few years ago. And yeah, I think the market is now finally moving in that way. There's an awful lot of FUD where other people have just put software defined on what they've always had. The fundamental for us is that we're taking not only compute but also storage and networking and making them part of the kernel or the center of the data center, actually moving everything that was previously done into hardware into software. And you only have to look wider at the industry to see that's happening as other vendors change their strategy and move what they're doing and what they're selling based on the fact that users now see the real intelligence is moving into building almost a layer, or not like an operating system layer across the data center.
Okay. VMware is nowadays more than just a VMware vSphere. One of the most important growth markets is network virtualization. Mm-hmm. You have the NSX proposition.
Yeah.
Why should users consider network virtualization?
I think if you're looking at the future for the data center, you have to look at the data center not as we previously have as a sort of a bunch of discrete servers with networking as something completely separate and storage as something completely separate. We have to look at the data center as one machine, I suppose, supporting multiple applications. Mm-hmm. To do that, you have to take networking and integrate it into that machine, and that's what virtualizing networking does. It takes what was preferably previously something done on very separate discrete devices by a discrete team and make it part of the team, part of the machine. The same with virtualized storage with our virtual SAN, vSAN. Same thing. It's taking what was done separately as different discrete devices and making that part of the machine. When you're building a cloud, you're providing compute, storage, and networking as a service at various layers to various people. Unless the team providing that cloud works together to provide that both logically and physically as a service, it's never going to work. So that's why virtualized networking to us is so important. It's that key component of building the software-defined data center.
Okay. Last year you also announced VMware EvoRail.
Yep.
How important is that for the user community?
So hyper-converged infrastructure like EvoRail is really, really important. We see it as kind of that building block of the software-defined data center. So as we take all the value and intelligence into the software layer, what we want to do is make it as easy as possible for our customers to consume the hardware. Now, yes, they could go out and build their own, but if it's all going to be to a standard, we'll set that standard as we've done with EvoRail. And now we have 9 hardware vendors, including EMC, NetApp, Hitachi, HP, Fujitsu, and others, all selling these EvoRails. They're all the same. And what happens is a user can take it, rack it up. And the key point is, from when they rack it up to when they first get a VM running is less than 15 minutes. Add to that the fact that it allows in-place upgrades and is fault tolerant. And suddenly you've got that building block for a software-defined data center where you don't have to worry about networking, storage, and compute anymore because it's one component that's easy to rack up.
Okay. What's your general message to all the people here?
I think the general message is that everything is moving up the stack. Certainly we're making sure that we're building that software-defined data center. It's the strategy, and that was part of my keynote really today, was about what our strategy is around bringing together all those elements into one software-defined data center where what you're doing is you're giving choice. both from looking down from that layer perspective, choice of what hardware people run on and where that hardware is, whether it's their data center, a partner's data center, or our data centers, and then looking upwards, a choice of application. Any application you like, right back from DOS 6.22 based stuff, all the way up to your future scale-out microservices, Docker, Hadoop type installations, and everything in between, really giving customers a confident platform that really is any app, any cloud. That's the point.
Thank you so much, Joe.